Hello, I'm Donna O, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I will share my self-discovery and journey into myself and hopefully a few words of wisdom along the way. My hopes is that I can inspire you to be the best and most amazing self that you could possibly be and see life from new perspectives and generate new ideas. If you like what you see and hear, please hit subscribe and share my videos with your friends, family, and colleagues. Have an amazing day. Hi, I want to talk to you about fear. Right now on the planet, we have a global pandemic happening that is terrifying so many people. And because it is a global thing that's happening, there is a global fear. And when you get a group of people together that experience the same feeling, those feelings begin to intensify. And because we are energetic beings, what happens is that we pick up on each other's feelings. And so quite often when we experience each other's feelings, we take those feelings on as our own. That doesn't necessarily mean that that is how we feel inside, but we start to get revved up with everybody else. And it affects us on an emotional level, a mental level, a psyche level, and a physical level. And so what I want to tell you is that you have a choice right now, and it will take some discipline and it takes some awareness. But you have a choice of what you want to experience and how you want to feel about what's happening. Because the more that we tend to experience fear and these types of emotions, it can affect us physically, which ultimately can lead to our own illness. Let me give you an example. Have you ever been someplace and you walked into a room or opened a door and there were people talking, and then all of a sudden they stop talking? Did you hear them stop talking, or did you get a feeling that they stopped talking? More likely, you got a feeling that they stopped talking. And there's a chance you experience a feeling that they were talking about you. That is a collective consciousness. You stepped into their energy and you took on their energy of that feeling because they felt that they needed to be quiet. You took on that energy and felt shut down, shut out, disconnected from something because there are people that are in a group keeping something from you. I'll give you another example. Let's say you've walked into a room and people were angry and fighting. You know that saying that you can cut the tension like a knife? That is the same thing. So you walked into a space and you felt this intensity of energy and you can feel the anger. And so that's what's happening for all of us right now. We are feeling the fear as we listen to the media, as we maybe look on social media posts. If we go into a store, the people around us, everyone's hurrying around wearing masks. I'm not saying that you should not be in a place that you should take care of yourself and be sure that you're safe. I'm just trying to bring awareness to the fact that you are experiencing the energy and the feelings of people around you. And because you're experiencing so many other people's emotions, it can be challenging to know where you begin in your own emotion and where you end. Meaning that, is that emotion really yours or is it somebody else's? And I want to tell you that you have the opportunity to change that for yourself. You can choose where you want to be. You can choose what you want to feel. We actually have the power and the capacity to change how we feel in the moment. That doesn't mean that it happens in a split second, but we can set the intention and set the awareness that we want to experience and feel something totally different. And this does take discipline and it does take some intention. Just taking a deep breath is a good way to notice. You know, if you pull up to a store, sitting down in the car for a minute before you go in, just closing your eyes and taking a couple of deep, long breaths and just becoming aware, noticing where you are and how are you feeling. Notice when you go into the store how you feel. Has your feeling changed? And when you've come out of the store, has your feeling changed? Just notice how you're feeling. I went into the store the other day and I came out of the store and I felt irritated and agitated. And so I knew in that moment that what I experienced wasn't my feeling. There was this intensity of energy that was just going like this. And I couldn't wait to get out of there. And that's because everyone around me was in this frenzy. And I took that on for myself. The only difference between you and I is that I had awareness to that. So I'm suggesting and I'm urging you to notice that and experience that for yourself. Because when you become aware of this, you'll know that it's not yours. And guess what? If it's not yours, you can give it back and let it go. We are in unprecedented times that we really have to really pay attention to our own psyche, pay attention to our own emotions, pay attention to how we're feeling inside, because your emotions are really the radar to everything, a radar to how you experience life and how well that you actually are. And so this is the perfect opportunity with all of this isolation, which I say is transformation. But this is a perfect opportunity for this time of being home alone or being home, just having to be home and be still for a moment to notice, how are you really feeling? Becoming aware of your own feelings, taking ownership of your own feelings, and breathing. The breath is so important because the breath can actually start to slow all of that down to one single point. And you'll notice the universe is really a big, beautiful, vast place. And there's so many wonderful things happening right now. So many people are opening up and offering themselves and giving more and connecting more from the heart. You have the opportunity to do the same, at least in your small space, for yourself. And the more that we open up our hearts right now and really experience that love and that gratitude, because just like fear will reverberate into the world, into the global consciousness, so will your love and gratitude. So put your hand on your heart and take a deep breath and see if you can just feel love, feel gratitude. If you can allow yourself just a brief moment of that in a day and allow that experience to grow a little bit more, you have the opportunity to change the energy of the planet, just like the energy of the planet is affecting us. It only takes one butterfly to affect the waves of the ocean on the other side of the country. It takes one person to begin to make the change. Just like prayer, people experience that wonderful feeling in prayer groups and sometimes often miracles. You have such an opportunity to give that to yourself as well to offer it to others. But please, first, try to give it to yourself. Love yourself a little bit more. Disconnect from the collective consciousness of fear so that we can, one by one, change the energy of the planet. And maybe collectively, we can change what's happening right now. Peace. Namaste.